Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tea. And it's a bleak old dank day today. Very Scottish weather today. No sun, low cloud, cold, breezy, and no sun. So the video will be a little bit dark, guys. Okay, the theme today, carrying on with Frankenstein lock or Bruen lock. Guys, I want to get across to you the real differences in the mechanics and the geometry of Jimmy Bruen's swing and why it was such an amazingly powerful golf swing. Guys, at my age, I'm experiencing power now than I never had when I was 35 in this golf swing because the flail is so strong. Okay, how does it vary? Again, going back over ground, but maybe we just got to do this until people understand, because I'm getting a lot of feedback, but guys, it's really what I'm trying to explain is clearly not getting through to some of you. Okay, conventional golf swing. Club face is pointing at the ball. By the time it gets here, it's pointing 90 degrees away from the golf ball. It's pointing at the golf ball there, it's pointing over there. Conventional golf swing, if we take the club to the top, the shaft points at the target. There. It's over our right shoulder and it's 3 feet away from the golf ball. Come back here. If you dropped a plumb line down from the toe of that club to the ball, to the ground, it would be 3 feet back. And the club shaft will be essentially over the right shoulder. This is the difference in Bruen's swing. Bruen's here at impact. Now that's where his golf club is. At the top of the swing, it's there. If we took a plumb line from the top of that from that club there, down, it's down to the ball. That plumb line's there. This plumb line's back here. It's 3 feet away. His club is still on plane. He hasn't moved it off the address plane. He hasn't moved it off the address shaft plane. He's basically taken that shaft up there and put it there. Now in some of his swings, it's quite pronounced. It almost looks like the shaft is outside the golf ball. And if you took a plumb line down, it looks like it's actually outside the ball. But it's not, it's on the line. But sometimes it's not quite as pronounced as that. But the other thing, guys, is this. My spine angle there, Jimmy's club almost replicates the spine angle. That's what it does. It replicates the spine angle. Now, how do you achieve that? How do you get that geometry and that body mechanics with this golf swing? How do you do that? I think what you've got to do to get the feel of it is this, is get in a mirror somewhere. If you can have a mirror there or a mirror to the side of you like we've got in our teaching bay over here, and take the club up till it's pointing there and have a look at yourself. Have a look at yourself. Look where your right arm is or your trail arm. Look where your trail hand is. Somebody was asking you about the grip. Well, it's actually pointing down there, guys. There, the palm of the club's pointing down there. Normal palm is pointing out there. Take the club to the top of the swing here. Have a look in the mirror, see where you are. And maybe to get this swing, I would probably suggest, if I was going to teach this swing commercially, I would get players away from the course, away from their lessons, and even maybe before the lesson starts, get them to stand in that static position for 5 minutes. And maybe even at home, stand in that position for 10 minutes. Now that's quite physically demanding, clearly. But to do this, and stay there, to get the feeling. Have a look in the mirror. Say, look, I've got this cup in my wrist. Somebody asked about the cup. And I think it was Ken Nicholas. Ken, there's the cup there, but it's because the club's pointing this way, Ken. And my trail hand is there. It's in that position because it's accommodating that. I don't take the club away from the ball conventionally like here. And if you were Dustin Johnson, you'd be here. This is entirely different, guys. This is here. And that shaft is the same as my spine angle. So to get the feeling, and for Ross Kretschmer, Ross, we were talking on the phone last night, and I said I would do a video today and try and explain visually what you need to do to get the feeling of this golf swing. That's what I want to get across, guys. You've got to be able to look in a mirror. You've got to be able to get this swing in a position like this, if you want to do it. Now he pulls it straight in. This is the channel lock channel here. Now Bruen does it perfectly. Bruen does this. His lead leg, this. He gets massive hip turn, and he gets here. There. So you've got to get that feeling, guys, if you want to do this. There it is. Go, yeah, and stay there. Get that feeling. Because from there, guys, we're going to go. Now the flail and the back load of that golf action is quite extraordinary. I've had some feeling of load on my shaft. Some of the shots I've hit, guys, this feels like it's going to break off under the handle. Feels like that. It's amazing. Now the other thing with Jimmy that is quite extraordinary, and I had this 2 hours of constantly looking at the video, starting it, framing the old Jimmy Bruen film, which is now on YouTube, that his dentist took, and it was locked away for 40 years. Nobody knew where it was, or nobody even knew it existed. But I stopped framed it like that old Al Geiberger CD that he brought out years ago called Cybervision. He had a great swing, and you just watched it. You just kept watching it, and that was the whole idea, was going to embed the look of the swing in your neurological storage bin. And that's what I did. I had a look for hours, and I saw this process in his golf swing, guys, where I saw this trail arm get out here. That hand almost got out behind the rib cage. Matthew Wolff doesn't. Matthew Wolff gets in here. Wolff swings very, very similar, but he's not as pronounced as Jimmy, and he's much more conventional in the downswing. What Jimmy did in the downswing, guys, is this. Now, nobody's ever spoken about it. Guys, he has an action in the downswing where the only way I can describe it is this. He looks to me like with the face of the golf club, he's trying to pancake the golf ball. He looks like he's trying to do that. That's what he looks like, because he takes the club back, and if you look at that swing of his down the line on YouTube, the Jimmy Bruen swing, when he gets to here, he goes, wow. He goes, like that, guys. His first action is that. It's a whip action straight down. Now, as he whips down, the club whips back. His actual action is straight down, vertically. And he does that. It's like that. That's what he does, guys. Have a look at it. Stop framing. Or put it in slow-mo. But he goes, and he just pancakes it. He goes, ah. Matthew Wolff doesn't do that. But Jimmy went here, and then he went, wow. I hit a couple of shots yesterday afternoon, guys. So I thought I was going to snap the shaft off under here. Really did. Just extraordinary. Okay, so let's go over it. We talk about a string line, a plumb bob line. Our plumb bob line, the conventional golf swing, if we took a plumb bob line down from toe of the club, it would be way back there. 3 feet. If you draw a parallel line here, train line here, be 3 feet from the golf ball. That's your plumb line. With Jimmy Bruen's swing, put the plumb line down on top of the ball. Plumb line's here, conventional swing's here. That's where he is. The club's there, guys. It's not here. And then from there, he does this. He goes, that's what you watch his right hand, he goes like that. He just goes like that. If he's trying to throw it into the ground there, he goes, that's what it looks like. That's that flail. Bang! And I got to tell you guys, I got it. And I hit some shots yesterday. No experience. Or nothing can prepare you for the feeling off the face. It just felt like the ball was going through the face and out the back of the face. I'll just check my video. Nah, I think I might have got the gremlins out of the camera. So cold, guys, I'm freezing. People say, so cold, Jay, why do you wear shorts? I wear shorts all the time. I don't own any long pants. I really don't own. If I have to go to a funeral or wedding, I go in shorts. I don't own any long pants. I'm like little Johnny, 10 years old, wearing shorts. So guys, I haven't hit any shots, but I'll just try and give you a look at the pancake flail here. And guys, I want to really reiterate, to get the feeling, you've got to do this. And for Ross Kretschmer last night, when we were talking, Ross, and it was just like talking in shorthand, wasn't it, on the phone, trying to get across the feeling of the look of the golf swing, the feeling of the look of the golf swing. but for all the guys, and particularly Ross, it's this, guys. And you really got to stand there, get that feeling. Look, now Jimmy got his lead knee across here. Jimmy went here. He was like that. And then he just went bang. I don't lift my left heel. I've never lifted it. I've always torqued my golf swing up. But I'm going to do that because I'll get more hip turn. But watch this, guys. This is the first swing of the day, but this is going to be that pancake action there. It's going to be the pancake. Now, when you see me turning the club in like that, a couple of guys have said, Jay, you look like you're trying to hit it with a toe. Well, that's basically just a preliminary setting. I want to take it back like that, guys. I want to take it back like that. Yeah, sure, I've got the toe pointing at the club, but when I hit it dead centre. Don't ask me why that happens, but I'm just trying to do that because I want to get that cup in that back wrist and that lead wrist. Got a really strong cold headwind here. Now this is back foot, guys, and I'm going to pancake this. Pancake it. That's not, that puts so much load on the shaft that I've got no idea how I could control that. That just felt like wham, but that just clamped the ball so hard. Just spat it out really low, but really with a lot of clamp on it. The hit is so, there's so much velocity in it, it just feels like it just wants to pull me off my feet. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like it wants to pull me off my feet because there's so much clubhead velocity. Come on, keep going, keep going. We've got airport over here, guys. That'll pick it up on radar. That has gone so high, but so that way. Not that high, that high. No parabolics in this. That's a parabolic action. Parabolics in this. It just goes straight out to a zenith and falls down. Mo Norman, exhausted spin. The ball goes out, runs out of spin, and falls straight down. And that's the most accurate way you can hit a golf ball because you're not having variations of spin. There's none on it when it comes down. It just falls out of the sky. And you don't need backspin to stop it. It just runs out of spin. Come on, James. Bang. What's the description of this? It's scary. It's a very scary feeling because you just feel, really guys, you just feel like, I don't know, you feel like an animal. It's just, we talk about, we use the terminology on it. Damn audio, come on. We use the terminology on occasions, guys, of smash factor. Well, this is a smash factor times 100. It feels like it's a crash factor. It just feels so strong when you hit the ball. And the ball flight's different. I mean, I've always been a reasonably good flighter of the ball, but this is like nothing I've ever hit, ever. I've never been able to flight it like this. It's just a power flight. Probably the only way to explain it is that it's a power flight. Come on, do that, pancake the ball. That. So as the lead hand, what's the lead hand like? I put it on like that, guys. It's strong in terms of, it feels like it's turned that way, but it's weak. It's only a strong grip if both hands are turned to the trail side like that. That's a strong grip. But when you've got that lead one there like that, and the trail one here on top, the top one is really weak, and that's why it gets that position there. It's actually a very weak position to have the club in here, but you want to be able to sort of pancake the ball. That's what I feel like with that trail hand. I want to pancake it. You know what's extraordinary, guys? And honestly, with no exaggeration associated with it, none, honestly, not using words for the sake of it, I've never felt that feeling off a golf club, ever. That must be the feeling that the really great ball strikers have. Because I can't imagine you can have a better feeling through the golf club than that. I've never felt that before. That single is the most amazing feeling I have ever felt in striking a golf ball, ever in my life. Ever. Got 5 iron here, guys. Come on, Jace. Might miss hit this, guys, because I'm really going to try and... This is what Jimmy looked like. He looked like that. That's where he was back here. Matthew Wolf doesn't look like that, but Jimmy does. Jimmy gets there. It's a scything action. I would have loved to have seen Jimmy. I told you guys about the 2 guys that came into my range in 1992. Old Irish guys. They saw Jimmy. They walked around with him. They gave me a set of Jimmy Bruen irons. They walked around with him. I didn't know about Jimmy in those days. And there was no video that we could talk about or relate to that I understood the swing. But I remember they used to swing it like this. These guys, they were over 70, the guys. I think they both still played off 3 or 4 unbelievable ball strikers. And they just pounded it. Every time they came in, they just pounded it. And they told me about Jimmy Bruen. Come on. Just pancake it, James. Oh. Hogan had that great saying when he said, people don't understand why you get out and you hit golf balls. But he said when you hit a pure shot, and the purity of the shot goes from the ball into the club, up the shaft, into your hands and into your heart. The purity of the shot goes into your heart. But I'll tell you what, guys, that was a purity of strike that absolutely was heartfelt. I mean, just extraordinary contact. Come on, just pancake it, Jace. I mean, there's so much clamp on that. Because that felt like I was doing this. That felt like that. That's what I actually feel like I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to pancake the ball. I'm trying to do that. That's what I'm trying to do. And really, I think you see that in Bruen's swing if you slow it down. I can understand how he hurt his wrist, because that Pancake Action is so severe. That actually hurt my wrist because that was just into the ground. I mean, I think that would have been picked up in the local meteorological station here on their Richter scale thing, because that was almost like a little earthquake. I mean, that is really severe. But I'm really trying to pancake that, guys. I'm deliberately trying I'm really trying, from the top of the swing, I'm actually trying to pancake. I'm trying to, like that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to. Now I need to get the swing. At the moment, I'm not. Now I can swing it along. Look. I can swing that. I just haven't got a program for it yet. It's not a physical impasse that I have. I'm physical. I have the physicality to be able to do it. There's no question about that. I just need to be able to build that confidence to do it. See it, Jade? Foveal vision. Come on. Just, the thing is, and the point I made a moment ago was, it's very scary. It's a scary action. But you've just got to get past the fear of it. Now I'm not taking it back far at all, but I will. And when I go through a couple of the sessions where I have the hold it here for 10 minutes, I'm going to condition my brain. I've had a lot on, guys, and I haven't been able to do any of this stuff. Just haven't been able to do it. They're all chuck holes here, guys. They're just, but I need, the sun's there, there's hardly any, but I had to be in this area here. No, I won't hit it off a tee. It's just nearly impossible to set the ball up without it being in a hole. We've got to be here. The sun's just poking through. Come on, try and take it back a long way, Jay. And that's off a little half, three-quarter base. If I can just take it back as far as I need to take it back and see it hit, wow, that's gone. That's like 3-iron distance. Just nuts how far that's gone. Come on, Joe, take it back a long way. Just feels like it's going to break the shaft. Feels like it's going to break the shaft under the grip. There. Weirdest feeling. Come on, Joe. Might miss hit this, guys. I'm going to try and overdo it. Just didn't, well, it just went dead straight, but just didn't commit to it enough. I'm just so scared of the swing that I'm not taking it back far enough. I'm just starting down too early. I've got to take it back further. Come on. Like that. Even that's not, oh, she's a good shot. That's not far enough back. All those shots are bullets. Come on. Come on. Just not turning my left shoulder enough. I mean, all those shots are bullets. Just not, I can feel I've got no turn. The left shoulder's not turning. Come on. And just trying, see, Jimmy had great rhythm and time at the top of the swing. Come on, have some time. Like that. Guys, I don't want to come down. The ball doesn't want to come down. It just keeps going. And I'm doing this quick for expediency on the camera, of course. Oh. Wow. Now if I could have the slowness or the rhythm and the fullness of Bruen swing, and it's only I don't know, the stage fright of the swing that stops me taking it way back. It's clearing the fence there. Can't clear that fence with a 5-iron. You can't. Come on, Jase. Come on, pancake it. There's the pancake. Hear that contact, guys. There's the pancake. Okay, guys. So that's a basic explanation of the geometry. No point in hitting your shots down. Just won't see them. I'll have a look. I might be able to hit some, even if you can't see the ball flight, you might be able to see the action, see the club. So I'll see where the camera is, try and get it a little bit in the sun, and I'll hit a few down. But guys, going on, this is where we're going to be. We want to be here. We're going to do some drills where we're here. And then we're just going to pancake it. Pancake it. There. Okay, guys, I'll see what the sun's trying to get through. It can't get through. But I'll hit a few downrange just to give you a look at what it looks like. But I'll have to set the camera up differently. Yeah, how good were they? They were bullets, weren't they?